But before we get into the grinding and all the other things that we're going to be doing today, I have had a lot of questions on the acclimation and how that works. So I'm going to go over a little bit on the acclimation and you know, a little bit of information on that, because there's a lot of people that apparently are still confused on that or just don't understand all of the details on it. So we're going to talk about it briefly. Acclimation. To get the glyphs, the first thing you have to do is a quest right here by this guy. So you come over here. This is at the Thrown Fast AVP border, basically on the AVP side. The bridge is right here. Going to Thrown Fast is right here. So it's right here is where you are located. And you're going to talk to this guy, and he's going to give you a series of quests. You really only have to do the first quest in this series, which is going to be the Enchanted Quill quest. And you would go over to the goblin area, and kill some goblins. You're going to be looking for the goblin geomancer. Kill that. Going to drop the quill. You're going to bring that back to this guy right here and turn it in. And that's pretty much all you have to do at this point. There is a follow-up quest. I think there's actually 2 follow-up quests. Those are going to be over in the Hangor area. And you can look up guides on how to do those if you want to further do some quests. And there's another one in Hangor area that allows you to upgrade your chest slot even further. I don't know where it is. His arms chest slot to 14. So I have the 14 chest slot, and then I have a 10 chest slot right here. So you can actually upgrade this to 14, doing a further quest that is over in Hangor. Again, those are things that you can look up if you want to do those. But this is more an overview of acclimation and how it works. Once you have done those quests, the initial quests, you can come in here and you can buy the different glyphs. I do not recommend buying the minor glyphs. I recommend going to page 2 up here and buying the lesser glyphs of frost. You're going to want to buy the full set of lesser frost glyphs here. These are going to increase it less, I believe. I don't remember exactly how much. You want to come down here, though, and buy these right here. Okay, these are the 6 that you want to get for the 6 different slots. These are going to be less, and then these are going to be the lowest over here, I believe. So anyway, this is what you want to buy, are the most expensive ones down here. That's that, right? So once you buy these, then we're going to go over to the Hangor area, and we'll talk about how to use those different glyphs. Okay, so here we are at the edge of the cold area in Hangor. You can see right here, this is where the cold area starts. And this is right on the non-Hangor side where you need the acclimation. Once you move up into this area, you'll see that glacial pace becomes a debuff that you have, which is right here. This is the first debuff you get when you go into the cold area if you have 0 acclimation or not enough acclimation. So what you can do to check to see how much acclimation you need is you open up your inventory, you go up here to the acclimation tab, you click on that, and then you come down here and you look at this number right here. This tells you how much acclimation you need. And what you need is actually 32 acclimation when you first go in. The reason this says 27 is because I have 5 of natural acclimation, which you just build up over time. So that is one of the ways in which you can gain acclimation to an environment. Another thing that happens is you can see this frost that's building around the edges of the screen. That will also build when you don't have enough acclimation, this number right here that you're trying to get to. So how do you get more acclimation other than just the natural that you can get? Like I said, this is just from getting it into this area. So to get more acclimation, you have to go into your glyph pouch and you have to buy them from that previous quest that we just talked about a minute ago. You go into your glyph pouch after you purchase them, and you can see all the different glyphs that you have. Right now, I have 42 of the toxic environment resistance. The reason for that is because I can only equip certain things, but we're not going to go into all that. But you can click here on each one of these individually, and you can see what you have equipped in that slot. So you have a head, chest, arms, gloves, legs, and feet slot. And then if you click on like the head and you hover over this, I can see that I have 8 toxic climate resistance in my head slot. In this, I have 10, etc. You know, that's what I have in each of these slots. Now, if I need to, If we go back to the acclimation tab, I need 27 because it's 32 is the total. So 27 plus 5 is 32. 27 is what I need more of. So I'm going to go back into my glyph pouch, and I'm going to equip up to 27 more. So we're going to go 8 here. That is plus 4 is 12. Plus 14 is, what is that, 26? Right? So now we have plus 26. If we go back over here, you can see that I need one more still. So that changes every time you do it. And then we'll get another plus 6. That's going to put us over that amount. Now it says 0, and you can see that the debuff is gone. And then also the frost around the edge of the screen will slowly disappear now that we are acclimated to this climate. So that's basically how that works. Now, the deeper you go into the frost area, the more acclimation you need. So we are going to start running deeper in, and you will see that the acclimation will go up, or the required amount will go up. Okay, so we have run deeper into the cold area now, and at this point is where it crosses over. This is Campfire 1, or what people have dubbed Campfire 1 right up here. But this is where it crosses over into the next climate change area. This is where you need to have an additional like 30 something on top of what you already have. So currently I have 40, I guess, acclimation. I don't think I even have that much. But anyway, let's cross over this right here. And you can see that it jumps up to 35, and the climate intensity is harsh. So now I'm going to start getting more debuffs. The glacial pace obviously is the first one that happens, and then as you stay in here longer, you get more debuffs. So I'm going to show you what happens. Hopefully I don't die trying to do this, but if we equip all of these, and we take all of our acclimation off, we need 67 total acclimation, and you can see our debuffs will start to build up, and you'll get frozen lungs. You'll start taking damage. This is very bad. You'll end up starting to dying very, very quickly if you don't put on the right stuff. So now we need 67 plus our 5, so we need a total of 72 acclimation to be able to fully acclimate to this climate. So what we can start doing is putting on all of our different glyphs. So this one is the 10. Yeah, that's perfect. So now we have 54 acclimation. And if we go into our acclimation, we still need 21, but we will survive here. If I actually have just this equipped right here, you can see that I'm taking damage from the suffering from hypothermia right here. But if I sit down with this acclimation, I will probably be okay. But there are other ways that you can get acclimation other than just from the glyphs. So this is another one that I forgot to mention previously. I have a +8 frigid environment resistance on my belt, and I don't think I have any other ones currently on right now. I don't. So I do have the +8 from the belt that you get off of Osharuk, so you have to factor that in from what we had previously. But now I need 20 more because I have my 6 here plus my 54 here. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and add in a little bit more from some items that I have. I do have the Ever-Frozen Skull here, so that's going to give me another 10. And then I have the cloak here, which is going to give me another 10 on top of that. So now we're back at 0, and you can see that it will take away my debuffs. So it took those away again, and then now we can go again farther in. So I just wanted to show that as you go farther into the area, it does intensify and the cold gets colder, and you're going to need more acclimation to do that. Okay, so now we're going to talk about the campfire. The campfire, a lot of people think that these are buggy. They are a little bit buggy at times, but there might be a factor that you're not realizing of why it seems like it's a little bit buggy. So right now I do have 81 total acclimation, which is the highest that you need inside of Hangor. No matter how deep you go, I've never seen it go higher than 80. So I have 71 currently right now of equipped gear that is giving me 74. Plus I have 7 in my natural resistance here. So that gives me 81 total, and you can see that I have 0 debuffs. I also do not have the campfire buff right here. If you look at the top right, I do not have the campfire buff. So that is basically the highest that you need to get to for all of Hangor. So let's now unequip some stuff here, though. We're going to unequip 19 worth. or actually 20 worth, because I do have that +1. And now you can see that I have 54 plus the 7, which is giving me the, 61. And then I need 19 more to be able to be acclimated to this, so I'm not getting the debuffs and not taking all the damage and things. But I'm near a campfire, so I can actually start to walk closer to the campfire until I get that buff. So we're going to keep walking. Now I have the buff. You can see over here, it went from 19 down to 14. So I gained a +5 for being close to the campfire. The closer I get to the campfire, however, the more acclimation I get. So this number continues to go down. So we're going to keep moving forward, and you see how it goes down again as you get a little bit closer, and then eventually you get all the way up to the campfire, and it will give you plenty of acclimation. Now, if we take off all of our stuff here, is this thing going to aggro me? Don't aggro me, spider. Leave me alone. I don't want that spider to aggro me. But if you take off all of your acclimation, it is going to come over here and try to aggro me. We're going to take off all this stuff, though. We're just going to unequip that. Hopefully I don't die. Again, trying to test all this for you all. So if I die, it's your fault. I'm just kidding. It's not your fault. Don't worry about it. Okay, so right now we need to go to acclimation. We need 68 plus the 7. So we need a lot more. I have 0. So yeah, I need 68. I've got 7. Oh, I'm getting the campfire buff. You can see my hypothermia is ticking right now. So I need 73 plus 7, so that's 80. I'm going to start taking a ton of damage, and we're going to get all the way close to that campfire. And you can see it's only going to go down to a certain extent. It goes down to 43. So the campfire itself can give you up to 30 acclimation. It will not give you more than that. I got another 1 right there because it ticked up in the climate intensity. So that's basically how that works. You can get up to 30 from a campfire, and then you need to cover the rest through gear. So we're going to go back to our glyphs, and we're going to equip all these before that guy gets us again. And there you go. That covers hopefully everything you need to know about acclimation, about the campfires, how they work, and all of that jazz.